First and foremost, we'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. This is your brother Itazakot coming at you with a quick lesson going into pride. All right, first scripture we're going to start with is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departeth from God. All right, so the beginning of pride, you're going to start departing from the Most High God. And his heart is turned away from his maker, and your heart will also be turned away from your maker when you have this pride on your heart. Verse 13, for pride is the beginning of sin. So this is also the beginning of your sin. So you're starting to sin when you do this. And he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And then you're going to start pouring out your abominations, okay, which are disgusting to the Most High God. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities. All right, the strange disasters will start coming upon you. You could start falling off hard, get into any type of accidents. Calamities is disasters. So any type of disasters, strangely, will start happening to you. All right, and overthrow them utterly, and you'll be overthrown utterly. All right, that's something you don't want to get into. All right. Going to stay in the same book, but we're going to jump to chapter 32 and verse 12. All right. There, take thy pastime and do what thou wilt. All right. With your pastime, do what you want to do with your pastime. Well, you shouldn't be studying in the law, statutes, and commandments also, but saying do what thou wilt, but sin not. So do not sin by proud speech, all right, through your proud speech or through the pride of your speech. Proud and pride are synonymous with each other, okay? So you could be pride. You show your pride through the ways, through how you are, and through your speech. And we're going to go into that more. Another synonymous word with pride and being proud in Sirach 7. Sirach 7 and 4, all right? Seek not of the Lord preeminence. So don't seek of this Lord preeminence to be better than everybody at a high spot. Neither of the king the seat of honor, or your king. Don't seek out the seat of honor, all right? Verse 5, justify not thyself before the Lord. And don't justify yourself as like a higher up person in front of the Most High, in front of the Lord. And boast not of thy wisdom before the king. And there you go, right there. Through your proud speech, you could boast through your wisdom. You got all these precepts. You got all this knowledge. Don't boast about that. All right? Boast or have the proud speech or be prideful of that. Okay? And then let's jump into our Holy Bible and hit Proverbs 25 and 6. All right. Put not forth thyself in the presence of the king. All right. Again, it's reiterating the same thing in Ecclesiasticus. Don't put yourself in the presence of a king. All right. And stand not in the place of great men. And then you're putting yourself in the place of these great men. All right. For better it is that it be said unto thee, come up hither, and that thou shouldest be put lower in the presence of the prince whom thy eyes have seen. All right, so you're going to be put lower if you try to put yourself up higher. All right, so humble yourself, which is the exact opposite of being so prideful. Okay, let's see, we're going to go into jump into another case of this in the New Testament, book of Luke, chapter 14 and verse 8. All right, and this is Yahushua speaking in red letter. I don't know if you can see that red letter. All right, Verse 8, when thou art bidden of any man to the wedding, sit not down in the highest room. All right. Again, it's reiterating that don't sit yourself at the highest place. Humble yourself. Don't be so prideful. All right. Lest a more honorable man than thou be biddest of him, Slakia. So a more honorable man, there's always going to be a more honorable man regardless. There's always going to be Hamashiach Yahawashi that's in that seat next to the Most High regardless. So don't put yourself in that high spot, all right? And then we're going to go to, stay here, we're going to go to verse 11. This is verse 9. And he that bade thee, and him come and say to thee, give this man place, and thou being with shame to take in the lowest room. So you have that shame, you have too much shame to take the lowest room, so you put yourself up high, which you shouldn't be doing. But when thou art bidden, go and sit down in the lowest room, that when he that bade thee cometh, he may say unto thee, friend, go up Slakia, go up higher, then shalt thou have worshipped in the presence of them that sit at meat with thee. All right. So if you put yourself up high, again, they're gonna put you back down low. All right. So don't try to have that pride. Try to humble yourself. All right. And then we're gonna jump to book of Psalms. Psalms 10 and 4. All right. Book of Psalms 10 and 4. The wicked through the pride of his countenance. So through the pride of your faces, you could even be making this face like, oh, I got more precepts than this brother. Oh, I'm better than this brother. Like even in the world, you see a brother and you're too prideful to even say what's up to. They have the falling of eyes, and they don't even want to look in your eyes. All right. Through your countenance, through your facial gestures, all right, will not seek after God, and is not in all his thoughts. So you won't even seek after your God if it's even in your face, that pridefulness. All right. Let's see. We go back into the New Testament. Slakia to 1 John. I'm gonna hit 2. 1 John 2 and 16. This is verse 16. For all that is in the world all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. Okay, that your pride of life is one of these things that's named, is not of the Father. So your pride of your life, some of these people just love their life, partying, everyday life. I'm a free thinker. This is my life. I do what I want. Your pride of your life is not of the Father. All right, that's of the devil. That's of you, of your own thinking, of what you want to do. All right. But is of the world, and it's of the world. Okay, so that's what you're thinking of. You're just thinking of this world. All right, and we're going to get into that. I'm going to go back to Sirach. Let's see. Chapter 10 and verse 7. Pride is hateful before God and man. So not just before God, but also in man, because man could see it too. But God sees it first. He's the one who put that in you, because he knows who you're going to be. And by both doeth one committed iniquity. So you're committing iniquity when you have this pride on you. That's something you don't want, But men see it also in other men. You can see when somebody's too prideful to take correction, when somebody's too prideful to for somebody to tell them that they've done something wrong. Somebody is too prideful to to even get a job when you're in the world. I remember when I was in the world, it was hard for me to take certain jobs because I was too prideful that somebody would see me. Hey, I'm flipping burgers. You know what I'm saying? That's the pride that you have on you, but you got to do what you have to do to support your family, like it says in First Timothy's. Okay, let's go to. Gonna stay in Sirach because Sirach has a lot of good scriptures on pride. Verse 7 and 17. All right. Humble thy soul greatly, for the vengeance of the ungodly is fire and worms. All right. We just went into how pride is iniquity. So if you humble your soul greatly, you need to humble your soul greatly because the vengeance will be fire and worms. The lake of fire and worms is death. Your rotting bones. Okay. Let's go back into the Proverbs 16. Book of Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18 through 19. All right. Pride goeth before destruction. All right. So once you got that pride in you, that destruction is coming. And the haughty spirit before a fall. All right. The haughty is like another thing. You thinking you're all that. You're thinking you're all bad. All right. Still being boisterous. All right. Slovakia. What was that? Slovakia 18 and 19. Verse 19. Better it is to be of humble spirit. Again, better it is to be a humble person. All right. With the lowly. So it's better to be humble with lowly people than to divide the spoils with the proud, than to divide all your riches with proud people. All right. So once again, reiterating that being proud and being prideful is just a wicked thing to do. All right. Let's go into book of Jeremiah, chapter 9 and 23. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom. Again, reiterating, don't glory in that wisdom. All right? Don't boast. Neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches. All right? So you're glorying, he's not going to let all that stuff let you glory in all that because you're being boisterous, you're being prideful, you're being proud, and that's something that is an iniquity to the Most High, which we went into already. All right. Let's go to Book of Matthew's. Book of Matthew, chapter 18, and verse 3. And this is in red letter also. And said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right. And then we'll do verse 4 too. Slakia. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is great in the kingdom of heaven. Again, humbling yourself. So whoever humbles himself as a little child is called great in the kingdom of heaven. And that's what we strive for. That's what we're striving for, All right. And then we'll just add, that's all I'll say on that, Just keep it at, we'll do one more just for good measure. bring one more in there. Proverbs 13:10. All right. Only by pride cometh contention. Only by pride you're gonna have problems with other people. All right. But with the well advised is wisdom. So get wisdom through well advice. All right. You're gonna get contention through your pride. And with that, I have to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, your brother Yatazakak, and Shalom.